many of you guys are fans of League of Legends? Let's get some ones in the chat if you guys happen to be fans of League. I enjoy playing League myself. Granted, I'm a filthy casual, so if I ever stream it and you guys are expecting like some top tier gameplay here, just gonna be honest, don't expect that, because I'm not too good at the game, and as I said a second ago, I'm a filthy casual. But chat, I'm a big fan of League of Legends, and I'm also like a big fan of competitive League. You know, watching like LCS tournaments and stuff like that. Competitive League is easily like one of the biggest like esports on the planet. If you ever watch like a League of Legends stream, it gets like hundreds of thousands to sometimes well over 1 million plus live viewers. Like League of Legends, like Pro League of Legends, is like insanely popular, chat. And so one of the things that was recently launched not too long ago was an initiative by LCS. That's the League Championships, basically. They launched an initiative called Game Changers. I actually think this year is the third year, if I remember correctly, that they've done this. But if you're not familiar with Game Changers, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill you in on what that is. LCS Game Changers returns with expanded opportunities. And let's go ahead and let's dive into this. Let's see what we got here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit so I can read this a little bit better. I got old man eyes, so any help I can get, I'm definitely going to use it. But anyway, LCS Game Changers returns for its third season. So yeah, this is the third season of Game Changers in 2023 with a new partner, an expanded group of roles, and the same important mission, opening more opportunities for women and marginalized genders in League of Legends esports. So that's the goal of this initiative, to give women and marginalized genders an opportunity to participate in League of Legends esports, which I think is a pretty good thing, to say the least. We're excited to work with Sido, I think that's how you pronounce that, an esports research group and consultancy that shares our vision for an equitable, diverse, and healthy esports environment. Sido will be our operations and programming partner for Game Changers 2023 as we work together to create more opportunities for those who have been traditionally overlooked. This year, we're expanding Game Changers to encompass a wider range of professional career opportunities by including coaching and management positions in the program. The chosen participants will self-organize into teams of 1 coach, 1 manager, and 3 players. Together, they will run tryouts to fill out their roster, allowing them to experience the process and build a full team that they believe best suits their goals. At the end of the program, each team will take the stage in Los Angeles for the first ever broadcasted LCS Game Changers final at the end of the program. Interested participants can submit an application to participate here, and participants can apply for up to 2 roles via their application. All participants will receive a small stipend as well as training and mentorship from industry professionals. So again, this is a pretty cool initiative to get more women and marginalized genders into League of Legends esports, which I think sounds like a good thing. Gaming is something that's enjoyed by many different people from many different backgrounds, and these people should be welcome to join in if they choose to do so. So there was a tweet that went out, because that announcement was made back in June. There was a tweet that went out on the official LCS Twitter account, kind of showing a video of some of the players that are participating in the program. We had to ask the players, what does LCS Game Changers mean to you? And it seems like a pretty harmless video, just showcasing some of the people who are taking part in this initiative and being given an opportunity to compete, which I think is great. But as you'll notice, a lot of the people in the video are transgender participants, and transphobic people on the internet weren't too happy about that, chat. In fact, there are a lot of hidden replies on this post, and we're going to take a look at some of these, and also take a look at a video by Melanie Mac, someone we've covered on the channel before, and their thoughts on this situation. But let's just scroll through and take a look at what some of the responses are here. Wait, I thought this was an all-girls league. This is literally a bunch of transgenders. Kind of bummed about that. Well, first of all, these are transgender women. Okay, so that would fall into the category of all girls if that were true, but it's also not true. This is meant to be a league for women and marginalized genders. Okay, so you'll see that a lot of people say that in these responses. I thought this was meant for women, and it's like, no, it's meant for women and marginalized genders. Okay, so I don't know what you're going on about, but anyway, what else do we have here? Most of the people shown in this video are men. Oh boy. What else do we have here? Lol, with the exception of Shycept, they're all dudes. Maybe try promoting actual women being involved in LCS instead of cosplaying dudes. And it just continues, chat. Tons and tons of transphobia in the hidden replies. Just people super mad because how dare transgender people be allowed to participate in competitive gaming? Unbelievable. So, I did say I wanted to take a look at a video by Melanie Mack, someone we've covered on the channel before. If you're not familiar with Melanie Mack, chat, Melanie Mack is the person we covered where they celebrated the burning of a church that was LGBT inclusive. And they were talking about how, like, you know, God was punishing the church because how dare they allow, you know, gay people and transgender people in the church. That's the person we're talking about here. If you don't remember, you can go ahead and check out my previous video on that. But we're going to actually react to this. We're going to do a little bit of gaming while we do so. But I really want to hear what Melanie Mack has to say about this and why they're so deeply outraged by, you know, people being able to participate in, you know, League of Legends esports. So without further ado,
play that shit!
Here we go.
League of Legends LCS competitive circuit has revealed their Game Changers League.
Derek Taylor donated £4.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate that super chat. Oh, jeez. We're off to a good start on the game, chat. We're off to a really good start on the game. Oh my god. All right, can I get out of here? Hold on. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. All right, let's get back to the video.
For the third season in a row, but it's quite hilarious. Now, the Game Changers League is supposed to represent women, and
remember, chat, we read the official, like, page for Game Changers, and so many of these, like, people who are outraged by this shit, transphobes, let's just call them what they are. So many of the people who are outraged by this shit are, like, falsely reporting it as being just for women. Now, first of all, trans women are women, okay? Let's just set the record straight there. But they keep reporting that it's, quote, just for women, but we very clearly read from the page that it says it's for women and marginalized genders. Right, chat? So why are so many of these, like, transphobic, like, dipshits reporting it, oh, it's just for women, it's only for women, which, again, transgender women are women. But, like, holy shit.
I ain't got no
let's just say that's not been the case because women have to share spaces with mentally ill men. That's the nature of it.
Yikes. Yikes.
So they have been colossally ratioed on Twitter. They're hiding their replies, and it's funny. It is just hilarious. So let's go ahead and just dive into things here. This is the video. So notice.
So she starts off by reacting to the video, chat. So let's find out what she has to say. What is wrong with this? Let's find out, chat. Let's see what she has an issue with here.
Only people LCS follows or mentioned can reply. A crap ton of hidden replies, which we're going to dive into momentarily. But just let me.
I mean, it makes sense, right? If you're gonna have, like, a bunch of, like, shitty, bigoted people in the replies, why wouldn't you lock the replies down? I mean, you literally, it's a league that caters to, you know, a diversity of people, right? And you have, you know, people who are participants in this literally, like, having hateful, bigoted language directed at them. Of course you're going to lock it down. And of course you're going to hide the replies. Right?
Let me show you this video. Okay.
Is a really important event to me, and it's very close to my heart. I've been in every iteration of the program since 2021, and the 2021 program was actually my first ever comp experience, and so that was really, really exciting. It sparked my drive for the game in a really big way.
LCS Game Changers, to me, means... I think it's just an opportunity. I think it's a really good opportunity. Something especially that I've struggled with is like getting the chance to prove myself, like actually getting the opportunity to go to tryouts, to like play in combines is like something I've been denied like several times, especially even in times where I really should have been given the opportunity. And so it's really just a wonderful opportunity to show myself off.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Honestly, whether people would like to acknowledge it or not, I know a lot of people like to kind of look the other way to this shit. But when it comes to women and when it comes to like, you know, transgender people or like other marginalized groups, like gaming communities, especially online gaming communities, are still insanely fucking toxic, chat, like to an insane degree. You would think by now that that wouldn't be as much of an issue, but it still very much is an issue. So I could totally understand why these people would feel like they're not being included in this stuff, because like you try to enter this space and you're not welcome because people treat you horribly because of who you are or what your identity is. It's really fucked up. So it's nice to see, you know, something like LCS set up this league that's allowing these people who otherwise might not feel welcome, allowing them an opportunity in a space where they would feel welcome and would be able to compete where they otherwise, you know, might not feel comfortable doing so.
And show off what I have, and I'm sure a lot of the other players feel the same way.
It's more about to show everyone what we are capable of, and instead of like punching each other, we lift each other up. That's how we show everyone that we are good.
To me, LCS Game Changers means uplifting women and people of marginalized gender and demonstrating how, despite what people may think, we're actually like very talented.
LCS Game Changers to me is much more than like having this competition and going to LA and like meeting new people. It's for me it's like this light at the end of the tunnel, because especially women and especially like I've dealt with a lot of like bad things in this community that like has really pushed me and shied me away from committing all my time into this. But Game Changers is like literally...
Silver in the chat says, when I hear them being transphobic, I always think and say this question, are they hurting you in any way, shape, or form? Yeah, exactly. Like, when it comes to like transgender people, they're just people. They just want to live a normal life like you and me. They want to have a good time, you know, gaming, in this case gaming, just like, you know, anybody else wants to be able to. Like, what is the issue? Why is it such a problem to allow them an opportunity to participate? You know, like it's never made sense to me watching people get this outraged over this kind of shit. It makes no sense, chat.
The biggest reason why I haven't left yet, and the biggest reason why I still have that drive, I still have the passion, and I still am open with any new experiences, because they just remind me of the kindness of people and like the humanity that there is.
I really view it as something to showcase what women and other marginalized genders are doing in esports.
Just look at the smug like reaction she's having. Like, she's so why is she so visibly upset about let's just call it what it is. It's just people playing a video game. Why is this upsetting to you? I genuinely don't understand it.
It's not really something that's on the forefront of a lot of people's minds, but it's something that's really growing and ever increasingly important in the field, because there is so much of a population of women gamers, and I know that some of them might not feel like they can do it, but I hope that this program shows them what the capabilities are.
Oh, feel like women can't do this. Do you think the fact that every single person on here is a man, do you think that is helping?
First of all, as I mentioned before, trans women are women. Okay. And secondly, as we read earlier in those replies, one of those people is a cis woman. So like, she's so outraged at the fact that trans women are being allowed to participate that she didn't even realize that one of the women that she's outraged about is a cisgender woman. She's so dumb.
You think that's helping anything? This is supposed to be for women? And yet not a single woman. Why can't they compete in the regular?
There is literally a woman in there. There's literally a cisgender woman in there. I mean, there's lots of women in there, but her complaint is there weren't any cisgender women, and there is one. Heavy Growl in the chat says, but tipster, they can always tell. True.
Regular male leagues, bro. These are men with long hair. Not a single woman to be found. Oh, we just want to encourage.
What drives me nuts about this, what blows my mind is I genuinely, like, I wonder, like, who hurt Melanie Mac? I don't know how, like, familiar you guys are with Melanie Mac, but Melanie Mac was someone who used to be, like, a gaming creator, right, chat? And she was somebody who was very progressive with her views. And just, I don't know what it was. She went to go work for GameStop, making content in GameStop stores. If you've ever been to a GameStop and they have like the screens in the store where they have like their own like news broadcasts and shit like that.
Power and a Modi donated $5.
Thank you.
Every time I hear these arguments, I think the Skyrim god Lino. Did someone steal your sweat roll?
Oh my God, thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it. But like, she used to make basically gaming news videos for GameStop, right? And I don't know what it was, but after she left GameStop and returned back to YouTube, she just was on this like anti-woke shit. I don't understand what the fuck happened that changed her from what she used to be to what she is now. To me, it seems like a grift. She realized, oh shit, there's a lot of money in this woke shit. So maybe I should jump on this train. So because she used to be someone who was a big content creator, very successful content creator. She got a contract with Facebook Gaming to stream over there. And it basically killed her streaming career because nobody was going to move to Facebook Gaming to watch her stream. Then she got the job at GameStop and GameStop let her go. And so when she came back to content creation, she was pretty much irrelevant, right? When she came back to like streaming and shit like that, she was basically irrelevant. And so I think she saw how much money was being made by these like fucking chuds making these anti-woke videos. And I think she decided she wanted a piece of the pie. I don't think she actually believes any of this shit. I just think she says what she thinks is going to get her paid. Because what else would explain this drastic move from her being somebody who was super progressive to now it's like, oh, I'm just going to shit on trans people all the time. It doesn't make sense.
Encourage women that, yeah, you can do it. Well, can we? Because we ain't there. What is going on in this clown world? Imagine an initiative designed to help represent women, and yet there's not a single woman there. Clown.
She's so stupid. She's so fucking stupid, chat. Because again, let me remind you, when she says that there's no women there, she's referring to cis women. There is literally a cis woman in that video. We literally read it in the replies on Twitter, the hidden replies. They said that one of them was a cis woman, right? And here she is. She has no idea what the fuck she's talking about. Outraged for no fucking reason. Again, let me remind you what this is. This is literally just people playing a video game. Imagine being outraged about people being allowed to compete in a video game. Unreal.
Clown world. We're already getting pushed out of our spaces with regular sports now with esports, and some people. And I have been pushing and campaigning for female leagues for a long time now. And the pushback I always got was, well, you know, with esports, it doesn't matter. There's not a physical difference. There's not any physical advantages to be had here. But hey, dude, the way I see it is men and women are different mentally as well. And the fact that if you just look statistically at any pro league dominated by men, it's super rare for an actual woman. You know, obviously the transgenders roll in there sometimes, but it's almost non-existent for an actual woman to compete, let alone actually win. So you have to kind of unpack that and think, is there actually a mental advantage? Are men better than women at video games? And why is that? Is it because of the way our brains are wired differently? Or is it because, you know, women typically have other responsibilities? Or
I can totally, just listening to the way she talks and like her logic in things, I can totally see why she might think the brains of like men are different to the degree that like maybe they're like more intelligent than women, because look at her level of intelligence. It's extremely lacking, chat.
Oh shit! Oh shit! As many of you know, I am retarded.
or they're not practicing as much or so on and so forth. I don't know. I don't have all the answers for that. I am more inclined to believe that it is a mental thing and that perhaps men are just better at it because of that. Men can be more aggressive than women, for example, and in a video game that...
I mean, if you've ever heard, chat, if you ever heard about like women in esports talking about like what it's like to be a woman in esports, I feel like the reason why more noteworthy women aren't involved in esports is because of, as I mentioned before, like I said, people like to turn a blind eye to this shit, but facts are facts. There is still a lot of toxicity directed at women in gaming spaces, including competitive gaming spaces. Like, are you going to want to compete in like competitive League of Legends if all the guys on your team treat you like dog shit just because you're a woman? Like, it makes you feel like you're not welcome in the space. So why the fuck would you want to be there? I don't think that the fact that there aren't very many women in competitive League of Legends has anything to do with the fact that men are smarter than women, or men are like better at playing video games than women. Because like, you know, if you actually look at like women who like stream video games, there are a lot of like insanely talented girls who play games, right? So I don't think it's a case of like, oh, men are just like naturally, they have some kind of natural advantage that makes them better at video games. I just think it's like, hey, I don't feel welcome in this space, so I'm just not going to participate. Right? Which is why initiatives like, you know, Game Changers in the LCS exist to allow these people an opportunity to compete in a league where they do feel like they're welcome. Right?
You know, women are nurturers, so not all women are going to go as hard. You know, there can be so many different elements to this. But regardless, there aren't women in competitive leagues and that actually are winning things for the most part, you know? So why don't we? It would be cool to see, okay, let's watch some girls play. That can be fun, right? Right?
Yeah, sure.
No, not the circus, okay? And like, I don't want to be mean to any of these people. They clearly are going through some stuff, right?
Chat, she doesn't want to be mean to any of these people. She says she doesn't want to be mean to any of these people, but she literally just referred to them as, what did she say? Delusional men or mentally ill men? But remember, chat, she doesn't want to be mean to these people. Get a fucking clue, Melanie.
Right. You know, I don't, this is a mental illness, and so I do sympathize with that. But when you're pushing women out of spaces, that's when I get upset. And that is exactly what's going on in this situation. And so it does make it difficult for me to have a lot of sympathy when I see these. She's
literally making turf arguments, chat. Like, these are like full on like turf arguments. Oh, these, as they say, okay, this is not something I say. Let me clarify that, okay, before I say what I'm about to say. But these men are pushing women out of these spaces by pretending to be women. Like, that's their like argument. That's a typical fucking turf argument. Like, holy shit. She's gone full J.K. Rowling, chat.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
These men rolling in and taking over female spaces. And, you know, while we can sympathize with, oh no, they're mentally ill, this is sad, we should be pushing and for them to recover. We should be hoping that they recover and that they can love themselves for who they are. You know, that's what we really should be.
They do love themselves for who they are. They do love themselves for who they are. They are competing in the space as the women that they are.
Have you seen a little
like,
girl around here?
they're going to be on like the national stage competing in a game that they love as the person they're comfortable being.
But it's too dangerous for her to stay here alone.
What is wrong with that? Where is the issue? What is the reason for all the outrage? Because the only reason I would see anybody being outraged about this is because they're genuinely bigoted against trans people. That would be the only reason to be upset about this.
Be focusing on, because it isn't love and it isn't compassion and it isn't care to feed into someone's delusion. Just like someone with an eating disorder, it would not be compassion to tell them, yeah, don't eat, yeah, get that liposuction even though you are 80 pounds, go ahead. That is not love or care or compassion. So the hidden replies, this one just was the funniest thing I ever. It's Draven's face on Ari's body for her pop star skin. Bro said. So the hidden replies are just, I'm telling you, man, they are next level. People are getting sick of this.
The hidden replies are so funny, chat. Because if there's anything that really gives me my jollies and I get a few yucks out of, it's people being genuinely hateful to trans people. Oh man, I get a real laugh out of that shit, chat. Oh golly.
Bruh, wait, I thought this was an all-girls league. This is literally just a bunch of transgenders kind of bummed about that, as you should be. If I say what I think, I'll be suspended in 6 months. Most of the people shown in the video are men. I think all of them are men. It's just the only one that I'm not totally sure about.
Remember, chat, she didn't want to be mean to them. She wasn't interested in being mean to them, but she's intentionally misgendering them. She's not trying to be mean, chat.
Oh, is this one? But I mean, there are some freaking very passable Asian transgenders. Sometimes it is more difficult to tell with them, even though this one is, the voice really gave that away. But I
remember though, what wasn't it Heavy Gretel in the chat earlier that was talking about how, hey, remember though, they can tell? Like she's literally saying that she can't tell with some of these women. Oh my god.
I'm still inclined to believe that this is a
oh, nice, with a casual dash of racism. True. I didn't catch that initially, but you're right. Kind of true.
Transgender. And the reason why is if this was a more masculine woman, she wouldn't be wearing that much makeup. Okay. Yeah. Usually those like.
What does that even mean? There's plenty of cis women that wear shit tons of fucking makeup. What? That doesn't even make sense.
Girls who just aren't as feminine usually aren't going to be dolling up like that. All right, so so there is a girl there, lol, with the exception of Shycept. They're all dudes. Huh? Have you seen her, Adams? Yeah, so people are debating on that. Some people thought that Shycept, which I think is this one. You know, this one definitely is most passable, but this isn't even a conversation on who's more passable or not. This is that's completely beside the point. This is men, okay? Even if there is one who is, oh, they didn't even say Avril. Who did they think if they didn't think it was Avril? Billy, Shycept. Oh, they thought Shycept here. No.
More about to show everyone what we are.
No, that's definitely a dude. Okay, they're all dudes. All right. Thought so. Okay. I love the Mike Tomlin gif because I'm a Steelers fan. We do not care.
I'm not familiar with like any of these players, to be completely honest. So I don't know anything about their background, but like, even if they are all transgender women, like what does it fucking matter? I mean, it literally doesn't matter. Even if she says she's a man, lol, the woman is, oh my God. True.
As many of you know, I am retarded.
So true.
And look at this. Congratulations to AstroCats GC, your 2023 LCS Game Changers champions. Look who won. Not a single woman in sight. These are men. This one, though, to the far right might actually be a woman. I actually can't tell. Which one?
Oh my God. Chat, she's so fucking dumb. I can't get over how stupid this fucking woman is. Anytime she opens her goddamn mouth, literal stupidity just flies out of it. Melanie Mac, how are you so fucking stupid?
Hold on. Retard break. I need a retard break. Give me a retard break for like 2 fucking minutes, okay? I can't keep listening to fucking retards.
I genuinely, chat, oh my God. I genuinely don't understand how people can be this fucking dumb. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit.
Well, cartoon avatar, not cartoon.
Tipster, she's butter brain from eating all the butter. Yeah, if you guys don't know, there's like literally memes of this girl. She literally eats whole sticks of butter, chat. That's not a joke. That's not a goof. She literally eats whole sticks of butter. Actually, let me see if I could find this. I'm pretty sure I have on my computer a GIF somewhere of her literally just chomping on a stick of butter. Do I still have that? Like, that's a thing she does. Yes, I have a GIF of it. Let me bring it up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Look at this shit, chat. She just chomps on whole sticks of butter. What the fuck? Oh shit! That's fucking gross. Didn't she also like, because she likes to talk about how she's all about like health and fitness and stuff, and like, you know, she's in good shape. I mean, I'll call it what it is. She's in pretty good shape. But didn't she go to like the hospital or something because she like was crazy, like dehydrated or something at some point? Like, holy shit. Anyway, let's continue.
Oh, that was Avril. Oh, yeah. Avril is this one. This one who doesn't even have a profile photo. I'd have to see more. I think that one might actually be... She looks female.
I mean, they all look female to me. They all look female to me.
It's really
Let's
hard to
find
compare
out.
who's better, who's
She's like literally like transvestigating right now. Trying to... which ones are the transes and which ones aren't? Like, what the fuck is this? Holy shit.
Are you gonna show her? I think there might actually be a female there. And if so... Okay, whoever this is does not like showing their face. Yeah, that's a female. That is a female. Okay, so there is a...
Actually, I need to correct you, Melanie. I need to correct you. They're all female.
You dumb cunt.
Jeez.
A female here. And mind you, the female doesn't get the recognition, doesn't get to be on the video, doesn't get any of that. Oh, you can't even see her in this. Yeah. So we do have a female. Ha! Let's go! These all should be females, though. Crap!
Which is great, because they are. This Melanie girl is more crazy than half the things I hear about on the news. Yeah, true. Oh, you have no idea. I don't know if you just showed up, but I mentioned briefly that we've previously covered her on the channel because she literally celebrated a church burning down that's pro-LGBTQ. Chat. I kid you not. There was a church that welcomed LGBTQ members of their congregation, and like the church got struck by lightning and like burned to the ground, and she literally like cheered on the church burning to the ground and talked about how they got what they deserved because they were allowing blasphemy into the church. Jeez.
All right, so let's look at the hidden replies again. Mentally ill league. So sorry for the real women in the tournament. Thank you, Owen. Thank you. Good freaking grief.
And I thought like my content was lazy, chat. Here I am, like I'm reacting while just playing video games or whatever. Like I'm a streamer, so like, I mean, you know, it is what it is. But like, I thought my content was lazy. She didn't do a lick of like actually looking into this to like report accurate information to her audience. Like this video is just reading hidden tweets, hidden replies, and laughing at like transphobia and shit in the hidden replies. That's this whole fucking video.
5-minute. No, one of those definitely looks like a woman. I would say the one on the far right is definitely a woman. I mean, look at how and look at how much smaller she is than all the other ones too. Not that all women are small, but I mean, yeah. I'm almost certain. It's crazy that we're in these times now. But I am almost, yeah, this one, Avril, who...
Yeah, it is crazy that we're in these times. Because, like, I don't know, even if you look back even, like, a few years ago, chat, like, people... Did hateful people exist? Like, racist people, you know, transphobic people, homophobic people, all that. Of course they did, right? Like, of course these people existed. But, like... They used to like dog whistle a lot of their opinions more frequently, and they used to like be a little bit more subtle with their bigotry. And now it's just like blatantly out there, chat. Like they make no effort whatsoever to hide their bigoted behavior. It's just, they let you know who they are just like right out in the open. We are in crazy times, but not for the reasons that Melanie thinks.
Who in the video kind of left us questioning this, you can definitely tell, dude. But I do think the far right is a female. Let me know what you guys think. But I do think she definitely looks, yeah. I mean, come on. All right. So yeah, this is just where we're at with things. Women getting pushed out of existence in a lot of ways. But
it's like I said, it's literally turf talking points. She took a page out of J.K. Rowling's book, chat. Women getting pushed out. Nobody's pushing women out of spaces. We're just making a lot of these spaces, in this case, you know, this competitive gaming space, they're just making it more welcome for other people who previously didn't feel welcomed in the space. And again, I genuinely don't see what the issue is with that. As I mentioned before, I think I tweeted about this situation when I initially heard about it. And I don't remember exactly what I said, but I said something along the lines of like, I looked up how many gamers are there in the world. And there was something like over 3 billion gamers in the whole world, chat. And like, there are so many different types of people from so many different type of backgrounds that enjoy gaming, no matter what your race is, no matter what your religion is, no matter what your sexual orientation is, no matter what your gender is, etc., etc. There are so many different people from so many different backgrounds that enjoy playing video games, and everybody should be welcomed in the space. And yet we still have toxic elements within these communities that won't allow certain groups of people to feel welcome. So then we have these initiatives done by, you know, in this case, LCS, that created a space for women and other marginalized genders to feel welcome. And these fucking assholes have an issue with it. Why? Why shouldn't transgender people feel welcome in the space? Should they be excluded just because it makes you uncomfortable? Of course not. Fuck you. Anyway.
In sports and esports and all that sort of thing, this is just, it's comical. I feel bad. I don't want to dunk on people with mental illness. Like, goodness.
Oh, God.
Feels bad. But at the same time, what are you going to do? Are we just going to accept this?
Yes.
What can you do? You know? I'm a Christian, so I'm praying that things get better. I don't know what else to do because, like, I don't want to be here bullying people or making people feel bad. But at the same time, like, when it gets to these kinds of levels, when this kind of stuff happens to where we don't even have hardly any women in a women's initiative, right? And women don't even stand a chance in female leagues.
Heavy Girl in the chat says, look at the giant stick of butter in her room chat. Look at it. Yeah, she's embraced the whole butter meme where she literally has like a giant stick of butter in the background. Cringe.
You know, they're lucky if they get to be, like in this case, the lone female in a group of men that got carried to victory. If you actually had a group of women, all of them women, they'd stand no chance. It's just not fair. And we're starting to need actual...
Imagine being a woman. So, okay, I know there's a decent amount of women in my audience. One in the chat if you're a woman, okay? And when I say women, I'm including transgender women, okay? But one in the chat if you're a woman. Imagine seeing another woman talk about you as a woman and herself as if you guys are fucking stupid because you're women. Because that's literally what she's doing. She's making the argument, one, that the transgender women who are competing in this league, that they're men, and that the reason they exist there is so that they can carry the cis women. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to handle their own in the competition. How does it make you feel? Look at all the women that are in my chat. How does it make you feel as a woman to see another woman basically talk about you like you're fucking retarded and you're incapable of holding your own? It feels really shitty, doesn't it? So not only is she transphobic, but she's also a self-hating misogynist, right?
Feminism again. Feminism kind of did this because feminism has hurt women in a lot of ways. But we need real feminism to do something about this, because while this is a joke, it's funny. It's like, what the crap? It is messed up, but it's also funny. But there are more serious issues at hand when it comes to female restrooms, female prisons, things of that nature. We're getting to a point to where our safety is on the line here. And you know, you get called a bigot and so on and so forth. But actual transgenders, dude, they're mentally ill. You can't trust a mentally ill person with your safety, right? You just can't. And when you're adding on the factor of, like, let's face it, statistically speaking, and just biologically...
You know what the funny thing is, chat? So, like, there will probably be a time when she will get demonetized on YouTube, or she will get banned on YouTube for literally spreading hateful rhetoric, right, chat? There's going to be a time when YouTube's going to take action against her account. Now, you guys know me. I'm not pro deplatforming. I'm not the type of person to, like, encourage my audience to flag someone or something like that. That's just not how I do things, okay? So I'm not encouraging that. I want to make that crystal fucking clear. But there's going to be a time when YouTube's going to take action against her account because she's literally spreading hateful rhetoric, using her platform to spread hate speech, which is a violation of the terms of service, right? And when that happens, what is she going to do? She's going to play victim. Oh, woe is me. Look at YouTube's trying to silence me. They're not allowing me to use my freedom of speech. And it's like, no, you broke the fucking rules. You're literally spreading hate speech on a platform that has rules against hate speech. We all know it's going to happen because it happens with all these people. It happened with Matt Walsh. We've seen it happen, you know, recently with like Candace Owens. It happens with all of these bigoted people that spread this hateful rhetoric on the platform. They continue to do that shit. In the case of Matt Walsh, someone at YouTube actually reached out to Matt Walsh and said, hey, this whole, like, you know, misgendering and dead naming people, it's a violation of our rules. And if you don't stop doing this shit, we're going to demonetize your channel. And they ignored the warnings. And guess what happened? They got fucking demonetized, right? So it's one of those things where, like, these people know this is against the rules and they still do this shit. And then they cry victim when they get like silenced, when they get deplatformed, or when they get like demonetized for it. Fucking hell. Jeez.
Logically speaking, men are more aggressive than women. It's just nature, right? Men are supposed to be able to hunt and protect. So yeah, they're going to be more aggressive. So you're taking, when you have a transgender LARPing as a woman, here is a man who has those biological characteristics of being more aggressive than a woman and being physically stronger than a woman with artificial estrogen thrown in the mix, which is going to make them an emotional nightmare. So take an emotionally unhinged person with aggressive biological characteristics and more strength and a stronger frame and figure. You've got a recipe for an absolute nightmare. Okay? Not all people who are transgender are violent, but it's just a dangerous, it's dangerous because they are inherently more dangerous than women. They are inherently putting women in danger when we're in vulnerable spaces with them, like a restroom or a jail or a prison, right? It's just what it is, man.
Every time I hear these arguments, like especially the restroom one, it's the stupidest thing ever, because the thing is, like, if somebody wants to be predatory against like women or something like that, they're not going to let something like, oh, you know, I have to pretend to be transgender to go into this restroom and like sexually assault these women. They're not going to let something like that stop them from being predatory. Like, if somebody wants to be a predator, they're going to be a predator, period. You think that, like, I don't know. It's just a really silly argument. Every time I hear it, I'm just like, it doesn't make sense. You think somebody's going to change their entire gender identity just so they can be a predator? No. They'll just be a predator regardless. It's so stupid.
And so anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to read your Bible today. And if you want me to read the Bible to you, check out my channel, Bible Time with Melanie Mack. It'll be in the end screen and also in the description on the link tree. So thank you again. I'll catch you next time. And in the meantime, go boom.
All right, chat. So that's the video. Yeah, it's just really crazy to me. As I mentioned before, gaming is something that is enjoyed by, you know, tons of people from various different backgrounds, and this is a space that everybody should be welcome in. So when I see people like Melanie here get crazy outraged because, oh man, transgender women being allowed to compete, how dare they? It's like, why does it fucking matter? These are just people like anyone else who want to show how good they are at video games. They want to be able to compete just like anyone else. And I think it's great that this space exists that allows them to do that. So why is this a fucking issue? I'll tell you why it's an issue for them. Because they just hate trans people. They're bigoted towards trans people, and they don't want to allow these people an opportunity to participate in the space just like anyone else. And I don't give a fuck what these people think. I genuinely don't. I think that transgender people should be just as welcome in the space as anyone else. And if you have a problem with it, that's a you problem. Period.